like I realized, oh, they're not cloning her, right? And they use the black man to control our whole shit, and like to the point where they can even make them harm the black woman. I was just like, man, this movie good.
Or harm themselves.
Yeah, harm themselves, harm your women. Like they control us through our black men. And it's stuff that we've always said. It's stuff that's always been mentioned in conversation. But just to see it in this way was like, man, this shit is good.
Olympia Black.
What is the significance of Olympia Black?
I didn't look it up.
I'm sure it's something though.
Yeah, I didn't either. But that was it.
And that's when I realized, oh, they're not cloning. Well, I don't know. I guess he has said it at this point in time that because they were drug dealers and pimps, that's what they're keeping in the system. Right. Yeah. So I was like, oh, damn, they're not cloning black women.
Olympia Black is an author, and the first book that comes up is called Human Pet. So I'm assuming that was the reference.
Yeah.
So
she's a sci-fi author.
Read Human Pet.
Yeah, I knew it had to be something.
So did you say? Oh yeah, her name is Olympia Black.
Yeah, her name is. I assume it's their name is Olympia Black, science fiction author, My Human Pet. And it's only a few years old.
Interesting.
The Frames Per Second podcast.
What's going on? It's your boy Nick. I'm here with Miss Naturally Nay.
Hello.
Modest Media.
Yeah, what's good, man?
Kenneth Vienge.
What up?
And Mike Seatown.
You.
And you're now tuned into the Frames Per Second podcast. And in this episode, we are reviewing the latest film from Netflix and the directorial debut of Juel Taylor.
Juel.
Is it Juel?
Yeah.
Okay. Starring Jamie Foxx, John Boyega, and is it Tanya?
Tiana
Paris. They Cloned Tyrone. Nay.
Yes.
Were you anticipating this movie?
I was actually.
Because they moved the release date like a couple times.
They moved it a few times. I think we'd seen this trailer or promo for it maybe last year.
Yeah, so I thought it was supposed to drop in December.
Yeah, so I knew from the trailer it looked super interesting. So yeah, I was excited for it.
I'm still watching trailers.
I do still watch trailers.
Overall thoughts?
I fucking love this movie. This is probably one of my favorite movies of the year. Like, this is gonna make my list. I love it.
This your top 10
I
list?
fucking love this shit.
Okay.
It was just ignorant enough. It wasn't ignorant for the sake of just being ignorant, but it was still good ignorant. I loved it.
Right. Did y'all watch this together?
We did. No, at movies at home, we normally watch those together.
I was like, you better not be Netflix and chilling with nobody else. This gonna be a different podcast.
Nah.
He gonna say they clone ride.
We don't always see movies in theaters together because our schedules don't always line up. But yeah, if it's a home movie, we definitely can make the time to kind of see it together. But yeah, but what you asked me what now?
Did you fuck with it?
Yeah, man, this was really good, man. I felt like this was really good. I'm glad I didn't watch any of the trailers because I went into it blindly. But nah, man, I really thoroughly enjoyed this. I needed this, especially after the two movies I had to go watch in the theaters. I was like, okay, cool. This was the savior.
Was it a savior for you too, Ken?
It was cool. I got some good laughs out of it.
Mike?
This was easily one of the best things I've seen this year.
I'm trying to tell
Really?
you.
Absolutely.
Man,
This was fucking great. This is how you make a message without it being fucking heavy-handed and corny.
That part.
This
And we
is
had
so
just
good.
We watched it after watching Barbie, and I had that exact thought. I was like, if they had just done this goofy comedy and like did the mess with a message like, because you got it, and but it just wasn't so on the nose. I was like, man, I wish Barbie would have did some shit.
I feel like
this.
Barbie, it would have been harder for Barbie to try to do something.
I don't. They just need the right writers.
You think so? Yeah. This would have definitely made my top 5 list. If this would have came out.
Would it have been over Oppenheimer though?
We'll get into that at the end of the year. But I loved it. I think Jamie was different in this. Like, I haven't seen a good Jamie role in a while. They're great at this. He was a standout to me. I don't know that John Boyega comment, like, they hyping, they saying he's the next Denzel.
Shit.
The fuck?
We already got the next.
Oh,
Denzel.
He
Nick.
acted
already-
the fuck out of this
We
part.
got the next Denzel already.
That's not
That
what you
nigga
mean.
was like 4 people in this movie. What you talking about?
He was incredible.
He was good, but
Nah,
fuck
Nick.
that.
he was good.
I have never
I'm a
seen
fan.
him do a role like this. How you go from Finn to this? And you gonna say, oh, he's alright.
Have you seen his other movies?
I saw Detroit.
Yeah.
What's the one he did? He did another one recently.
He did one when he was sleeping in his car with the.
And you gonna say he's not a fucking amazing actor?
No, I'm saying like I didn't say he was bad. I'm just
I
saying
know.
next Denzel is like I don't know.
No,
yet.
I
That's
think
too
they're
early.
on to something.
Is Detroit and him sleeping in the car? Are those black
No.
movies?
Detroit. Oh,
Detroit is a black movie.
sort
It's
of.
not really.
Are they
Sort of.
black movies that black people would watch
No.
like they Cloned Tyrone? I
No.
guess is what I'm
No,
saying.
Absolutely
no,
not.
Then that's why you're getting those comments.
Yes.
They're not watching that movie, bro, but they watching this.
I thought he did good. I didn't say he did bad. Is he getting an Oscar? You trying to say is this an Oscar-worthy performance?
He deserves it more than Ryan fucking Gosling.
Yeah, that's facts.
I do see why people compare it to the Denzel thing. So it makes sense for people to say that.
And his teeth big too.
we see how Vontae deals with the drug dealer, which leads us to him looking for Slick Charles, who owes him money. Rod, talk to me about Slick Charles.
Slick Charles, the one he ran over.
No, that's Jamie.
Jamie Foxx is Slick Charles.
Oh shit, yeah. Well, he's cool. Like it was good to see Jamie, man, in this role. I loved his character, like the pimp role. I think he murdered it, man. Like he did a really good job.
Yeah, I thought he was hilarious, and I was spending time listening to him and watching, wondering how much of that was improv.
That was exactly what I was about to ask y'all. How much of that was improv?
Yeah,
And I couldn't pick it up.
He
but
absolutely probably
he had to have written
quarter
some
to
of
a
that
half.
stuff.
Absolutely.
Quarter to
Yeah.
a half of that.
But this is the thing. If it's improv, Tiana Parrish bounced off of that
She
shit
did. She
immaculately.
did. It like they just let him cook.
I feel like his line. I don't think he even would have been as funny if it weren't for the banter between the two.
Oh yeah,
of
them
them.
in the elevator
when
going
they started
down.
singing.
Yeah.
God. That seemed like that wasn't written.
It
It
was not.
did.
Couldn't have
It
been.
did.
It
couldn't have been.
felt
Couldn't
like
have
he
been.
had a better chemistry with her doing that than John, because every time he would do stuff with John was real quiet. Like
He wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
yeah, but it felt like it was a lot of his shine came off of the improv, you know. And I felt like you mentioned, I agree with you. Like him and like Yo-Yo character, like that was dope. That's what I was going to next as far as
I loved her.
Tiana.
I loved her.
Going down.
Monica Rambeau. Ain't that Monica Rambeau?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was Monica Rambeau.
No, I loved her in this. Because you don't really get to see her being funny very often. She did a really good job.
Well,
of
I
that.
watched that show. She was in Survivor's Remorse.
It
It was
I've
on
never
Starz.
watched it, but yeah.
That's how I first got put on to her. And it's like a somewhat of a comedy drama. So she has some funny parts in there. So I saw that, but she never really went back into that role until just now. So it was good to see that.
Didn't she do Dear White People?
Yeah, she was in
Yeah,
that
so
too.
she was in that a little bit. Yeah, so. But it was good to really see her lean into a comedic role. Like I said, she was the part that was like just ignorant enough. Yeah.
She was ignorant but smart at the
Yeah.
same time. Which is what I liked about the characters. That they were like, you know, they had that ignorant side about them,
But
but
they
you
were
could tell
still
they were
intelligent.
intelligent. Yeah.
Ken, what did you think of the scene of Fonte versus Lil Murder?
A little
He
murder.
don't watch.
He don't
He
watch
don't
P Valley.
He don't watch P Valley.
You better get into it, honey.
Yeah, he from P Valley. He's like the main one.
Oh yeah. My wife said that, but I didn't know what you're
love
talking about.
murder.
But because I think she watched it too. But no, it was you mean when he shot him.
Yeah. Did you think they were going to start?
First of all, that was stupid of him to get out the car like that.
He ain't had no choice.
I don't know. He could have drove off. All you had to do was back up just a little bit and then peel up. But because I was sitting there like, oh, all you have to do it. Well, anyway, but no, I like their scenes later on. I thought were really good, and seeing him kind of try to figure out how to act that whole part. So that's when I saw them kind of engage in on scene together. So
I really like that scene though, where he got shot.
The way they
Oh
shot that.
man,
What stood out to you about that?
I don't know, cause it was like a lot of tension building up. You was like, okay, damn, is he gonna get out of the car? You see him slowly grabbing the gun, and it's like This shit ain't the movies. Like, is this shit ain't the movies? Your ass get out the gun, you gonna get popped like that.
Become a patron and watch the video so you can see the niggas get the chills.
I'm 100% with them. That's what I felt too. I felt tension. I was like, what in the fuck is going on right now? Mm-hmm. But yeah, him getting out the car and getting shot those times, it was like, wow, he's dead in the first 10 minutes? I was like, damn, I bet Nick just knew that was gonna happen.
Hey, that's what grabbed me into the movie. I'm like, oh shit.
Like, finally it happened.
It's called Tyrone, not Boyega. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know where they going with this shit.
But no, that scene was really, 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 really well done.
It was
really well done.
Can we talk about how we still can't tell what time period we're in based on at this point in time?
That was crazy.
Because of the cell phones and all that.
It's like it's like you're in present day, but something about all of like like you mentioned, the TVs, the cars, Jamie's dress, even Tiana Parrish is kind of teetering the line of like which decade they're in, but it's like you can't quite tell. And then the grainy style that they're shooting this in, it's like what time period?
The
is
more I
it?
thought of
now.
It's
Yeah.
and see, the thing I thought about too is just like in those areas, those kind of like the private areas, you still might have somebody with a wired phone. Not everybody got the cordless phone. Some people might have cell phones. Like I don't know. I think the more I think about it, that's what they were trying to depict. Like how like we kind of are set back in ways. You know what I mean?
But it's also the type of cell phones too. Like
Yeah,
I
like
couldn't
flip
tell.
phones,
I
like some
couldn't
flip
tell if it was like
phones.
early 2000 or like mid 2000 or something like that.
I think it's supposed to be present day, but that was a manufactured town.
Right.
They were keeping it behind like that.
yeah, see.
I think that's what they were trying to put forward. Like white people have a way to keep us behind because we don't always pay attention to the shit that's outside of our own personal neighborhood.
And see, it's still like that too. Like
Yeah,
when I go
sure.
back home, I still see like old ways, like
Yeah.
old shit. I'm like, damn, did y'all y'all know it's a world? Cause I don't know if I've told y'all before, like my world was my neighborhood. Like I didn't look at anything outside. All that shit was just make believe to me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I stepped out and came to Georgia, I was like, whoa, like. Yeah, it was different. It was different. I was homesick for a very long time because I just wasn't exposed to like certain things.
Nate, what did you think about just them as we see the trio together heading to Lil Murder's trap house?
No, yeah, I liked it. I liked, like I said, this is when we start to see how they all kind of bounce off of each other. We kind of seen Yo-Yo and Slick in there, like go back and forth. But at this point, it's like, oh, okay, now I see that this is like the cast and we're following them. So I was happy with the way they kind of bounced off of each other.
You say, "Oh, Ghost of Christmas Past ass nigga," or something like that. Bruh.
Jamie's a fucking fool. I
He
love
is.
it.
funny.
Bruh.
I like when he said bitch ass nigga. He was like, "What'd you say?" He was like, "What?" And he cussed the one out in the back.
Yeah.
Kim, would you go down the elevator in the trap house?
If I was a clone or something like that, I probably would. Yeah. If
You
I
didn't know
was
yet.
Yeah, Fontaine. Well, he knew something was going on. So probably. I don't know. Can't answer. I never
Been in
seen
that
the elevator in the trap.
I've been a clone.
That was the first
You
thing.
don't think so?
That's the first thing I was
True.
thinking about. Was like, if I would heard that I died the night before, and this is a person who killed me, you go investigate that, and then you go into the house and you see some weird, or I guess something that's not normally there. Or are you gonna keep going forward with that your investigation?
I'm trying to figure out how to replace the damn house. It was
You
a
talking
whole
about
different
later.
house when they went back, and I think they said it was a family there too and everything.
Yeah.
But no, what I did like about this part, I think, is that I didn't know she was gonna be. I didn't know all three of them were actually gonna be the focal point of the movie. So when I realized that she was along with them as well, I was like, oh, okay. So, and I saw their chemistry together. I was like, oh, this is gonna be actually interesting seeing how they keep this up throughout the whole movie. Will she be able to keep up with Jamie in her own way? And she really was. And I love the way how John Boyega was just him throughout the whole movie. So yeah, I thought that was dope.
Mike, what you think about what they found at the bottom?
Well, before we get there, you skipped over probably the funniest part of the whole film to me, when they rolled up on that dude that was talking to Yo-Yo, and the dude looked at him and he's like, "Don't you see I'm talking?" And Jamie Foxx leaned forward and said, "Don't you see we'll split your wing and you'll be half a nigga?"
I laughed so hard,
I almost threw up. I was laughing so fucking hard.
Yes.
Oh, that was improv. You could just tell. Jamie
Yes.
Foxx just said that shit. Because if you want, I know John Boyega wanted to laugh so fucking bad. That part had me in the most tears. Oh my God. I don't know how you remember that part.
That was
Yo was talking to like a
funniest
white
part, bro.
dude, and they pulled up, and John Boyega said something like, "My bad, I need to talk to you, Yo," and the guy got mad. Oh, that shit was so fucking funny.
Oh, when she was
nigga.
was that when she was like, I can't give you a Susan Sarandon, I can give you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, you said, what did I think about the part I found at the bottom?
When they had the science lab with the white man with the afro.
Again, it was like,
like,
what
what
the
is
fuck is
going
happening?
They
Like,
never-
I was so invested. I was trying to watch this while I was
Yeah.
working. I had lost all train of.
Oh, you had to focus on it.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do this. I gotta just watch this because I don't know what the hell's happening. But the white dude with the afro, the second they showed him, I was like, why does he have an afro?
They never explained it, did they? Why
Yeah,
they
at the
like it?
end.
Yeah, towards the end.
Damn, Nick.
Rob, what would you do if you found out you had a clone?
Bruh, I probably had the same reaction. Like, what the fuck? Like, I
That
just
nigga
don't.
ain't me.
Yeah,
That's the first
like,
thing he said.
I'm like,
That scene was amazing.
Yeah, it is.
you said seem amazing.
The scene was amazing.
Oh, the
like when they
scene.
showed him, like, nigga,
Yeah.
ain't me.
Right. Yeah,
God
it was so
damn.
powerful. But yeah, I feel like I would I was trying like I didn't even have to put myself in that position. I felt like I was him. They did a really good job of making you feel like, God damn, if that was me. So yeah, nah. I was like, yeah, I probably would respond the same way, just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, and be like, yo, that ain't me. Cause how do you be like that? You know what I'm
How did
saying?
you
Like,
difference between that and you?
yeah, it's like,
They don't know what clones are. Like
Right.
they didn't know like what the fuck was going on. So
Right.
all he sees is another version of him.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God, that shit was good.
Nah, I'll probably be trying to pick out like, nah, he ain't got the same nose as me. I don't know. I probably would be
You
like
probably
in
would try to
disbelief.
explain it away.
I probably, yeah, he looked like me, but you know, I don't think that's me.
He was made in my image, but you know.
Right. I would, yeah, it would take a lot to convince me that that's me. Like, nah, yeah, that shit's crazy though.
Most movies, when they see a clone, they just like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
Almost like Jamie's response, where he just kind of was staring at it. For
Well,
a
even that
while.
response I
Well,
thought
no-
was powerful too.
I mean, typically in movies, when you have shit like this, they get over it real fast.
Yeah.
They accept it real fast.
They made you sit in it.
This is the first time where
Yeah.
I've seen someone where they were like, "What the fuck? That ain't me.
Yeah.
That ain't me." And when you see Jamie's face again, amazing actor.
Yeah.
Same thing. You
Same
can just
thing.
be like, he's genuinely shocked and confused.
Yeah. I felt that too. It made you sit in it, man. Like you said,
This movie was great.
yeah.
Why do they always use the chicken as a way to brainwash black people? Because didn't that happen in Undercover Brother?
Yeah,
you,
it did.
You asking that question?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm just saying?
What you eat yesterday, bro?
Yes.
Chicken.
The Undercover Brother.
I
think
had
they did that
Chipotle,
in
but
the-
I did
okay.
use chicken as a protein. Bitch always like fried chicken. It made me want to go on Rod's diet.
but it
I
was-
was like, no fried food.
It was all of the things
Yep. Grape
that
soda.
black people consume. Religion,
Yes.
you know, so
With
it
the
was
grape
all
drink.
the vices.
Or grape
Yeah,
drink, yeah.
grape drink is what they call
Hair
it.
products.
The perms.
Oh, man, the
That
Perms.
fucking tagline for the chicken place had me dying. Said,
Because it was like, is it
Oh,
goddamn
why didn't-
chicken?
No, well, it was called goddamn chicken, but the tagline was, "Why would you need all these vices when we have all these spices?"
I like how the white manager was like, all right, now y'all, make sure we have a good day. There's no I ain't goddamn.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They went to church.
Oh, the church.
went to the
Went to
church.
the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we get David Allen Greer.
We did.
Loved it. Leon Lonnie Love.
Yeah, yeah, that is a good
Nigga
tie.
looking like Frederick Douglass.
And bro, when they were playing "Back That Ass Up,"
I didn't notice that.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't notice that.
that shit,
He was like, I ain't been in church in a minute, but I'm pretty sure they say how it's supposed to go.
I
that
was
song
like,
do move you.
yo,
That was hilarious.
Yeah, they was twerking in the church.
That was tight.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I would actually go back if they did that. I might get right with myself, you know.
Whatever, Brent. Listen, come as you are.
That's what they say.
Meet the people where they are. I don't even remember what he was saying. What was he talking about?
I don't remember either.
Oh man, it was something that specific that he was saying.
he was saying that it doesn't matter that you
Yeah.
don't have your light bills because
Yeah.
God's gonna be all right. It doesn't matter if you don't have this. So basically, it's
they
like
be
it doesn't
saying that,
matter
too.
that you are fucked up right now, down in the dumps, ain't got
Yes.
shit. because God is gonna
will
work it.
provide.
Yep, and that's what they tell y'all.
And that keeps you in that, and you just wait on your moment to come out of that.
You
And it
keep
never
giving
happens.
money to the church. And yeah.
So yeah, that's what they were saying.
Okay, what'd you think about what they found at the bottom of the church?
Was that when they found all them other clones?
Yeah, we found out that Slick's a clone too.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I was wondering if he was one and she was one too,
Yeah.
right?
No, she was not.
They never show her. Okay.
They never
okay.
They're saying that basically she wasn't important.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
what
That's
he
right.
says,
That's right.
yeah.
Okay. So because I think around earlier while we were watching it, when they started going that escapade, it's funny. My wife had made the joke that Jack Bauer did, like when they started going. So I was wondering at this point. I was like, is he a clone as well, and are we going to find more clones in this city because he's a drug dealer and he's basically negative towards the community? So yeah, it was interesting seeing that he was one and Jamie's reaction to being one, because his reaction was completely different, and it's almost like he sort of took it in stride to a certain degree, and maybe because he had already saw that Fontaine was one. So, but yeah. And I was just waiting to see if she was one, because I don't think at this point they didn't say that she
I
was
never
important.
said.
But yeah.
I thought it was dumb how he was shooting at the thing. I'm like, bro, you giving up your location to everybody.
He was
It's just an
emotional. I
emotional
loved it.
reaction to
I
it.
loved it.
When he was shooting at the clone through the tube.
Oh yeah, but that's what made that scene good, because he was freaking out. The whole mission went to shit when he saw himself in that thing.
Yeah.
No, I loved that scene.
Mike, what did you think about when Jack Bauer showed up?
Once again, I was like, I love this. My man, motherfucking Jack Bauer showed up talking that shit. He's a great actor. I don't care what.
You only talk about
He was so good.
He was
So fucking good. But again, it was just like, what the fuck is happening? We're an hour in. I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
I don't know where we're gonna end up with, because like that whole scene where he was, I thought
Oh,
he
that
was
was
gonna shoot her. Or
amazing.
so, I was
Me
like, bro,
too.
I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Oh shit! When the other clone got out of the car,
Chester.
I was like, oh
Chester.
wow,
Chester.
what the fuck is going on? Man, Jack Bauer's that motherfucker.
Totally unexpected to see him pop up out that car.
Me too.
with that curly
And I love what he said. He was like, the only reason you're not dead is that I'm not in control. And I thought that was dope, because it's just like, he's not really the person running shit. He's just one of the people that's in charge of this certain thing. He was like security for the most
Right.
part. So yeah,
That was the only part that I did predict at that point. I was like, oh, okay, I guarantee you the person in control is going to be a clone of John Boyega. But that was the only twist that I got. The rest of them,
I wasn't.
I was just like,
I thought it was gonna be like, based on how the movie was kind of messaging stuff. I was like, it's probably like a white man at the end of it that's controlling all the shit.
yeah.
But that would
That probably been too predictable.
But like in the movies that are like this, like Undercover Brother and other stuff, it's
it
always
made
like,
sense for it to be
or
black.
Black Dynamite. I think like
It made more. I like the idea it was black. It kind of also
I
made
did
sense
too.
that it was black.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I think I like the fact that it was a black guy, because it didn't really make sense at the time. Because it was like, when they explained it, and we'll get there, of course, but yeah, I thought that shit was brilliant.
His reasoning.
Yeah, his reasoning was crazy.
Then after this, or like, Nay, your reaction to that scene?
To
of,
which
like,
scene?
when Bauer shows up and like just having known that they can be controlled by, what was the phrase that they say?
Oh, what was it?
Black Orpheus. What did he say?
It was, I thought it was
Black
like
Orchid.
Black
I think.
Orchid.
Black Orchid.
I think
Was
no.
I thought it was Olympic something.
No. It's oh shit.
Was it Black Olympus?
Sound like something like that.
No, he said it. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, y'all Google it. So it was interesting to me, because it's like when he started hypnotizing them and shit specifically.
I didn't realize people shit on Booker Eli like that.
His training day is different.
I know Training Day.
Like if you want to be like he needed to be training day, Denzel. More black people have seen Training Day than they've seen Book of Eli.
And plus, you don't want to be the blind dude
Right.
the Bible across.
It made sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I've been recently hearing criticism.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That movie's ass.
I've always heard that people didn't like it. I liked it.
I did too.
Yeah, I didn't
Don't
know.
give me that face. Don't you give me that
I
emoji.
don't judge.
that
I get
yikes
why
emoji
people would not
face.
like it, but I like
When
it.
Mike explains certain movies, I'd be like, it sounds so much stupid.
I was like, damn, the nigga
Dude,
blind the whole time. I was bought in. I'm like,
That shit was. I was so mad when I saw that movie.
It was the ending that got
It was
me.
the ending when I
Oh
was
my
like, he's
god!
gonna.
So the final plot, well, that plot part said he explains that he is, well, the real Fontaine explains that he is helping scientists to create peace by literally whitewashing black people into white people.
So it's not his idea. It's somebody else's
Right,
idea.
because of the racially motivated murder of Fontaine's little brother, which prompts him to start making the clones.
Got it.
And that's what
Yeah,
they're doing now.
after explaining that the country would be better with assimilation than annihilation.
Right there. That was the line. That's why I thought it was his idea because he had that cold line.
So he was
Got
kind of
it.
just saying like he accepts the white world.
The white man's idea, or white man's. Oh, so he's like a Kanye kind of.
Yeah,
Kind of
Like
because
a
of because of his
Candace
brother
Owens
got
Yep.
killed, you know, with the system.
That just made this movie even better to me.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't
with-
catch that.
Yeah, so he's just like, maybe we should just assimilate instead of
Wow.
annihilate our people type of thing. So he thought he was trying to help, but it wasn't.
So
Really.
it wasn't even his idea.
Yeah.
Somebody else came to him and said, "Can you help us do this white supremacist shit?"
Right.
But
and he
ain't
was
that
like,
how
"All
it
right,
happened?
because my brother was killed."
Yeah,
And
That's
he
how
was
it
using
typically
trauma.
goes.
Yeah, it is
if
how
I can
people
get rid of
goes.
racism.
He's Steven.
It's
That,
deep.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
He is Steven. That really
Who
just
is
made this
Steven?
movie that from
From Django. One of the worst
Oh.
movies ever.
It is. It
It
is.
ain't
All right,
saying that.
y'all.
That's
Oh, are y'all serious?
Y'all need to. I've been told y'all I
hell.
like
Oh, that
the
movie is trash.
Yes,
dog.
absolutely.
It's not trash.
Ooh.
It's entertainment trash.
it's super entertaining.
Did y'all think that we would get a sequel with this based on how like it ends as well?
Yeah, they're doing another one.
I hope not.
I don't see why we would need it.
Yeah, we don't.
We already know the story. So I didn't necessarily feel like this was an open-ended sequel type situation. I just felt it solidified that this has been happening all over the place.
But
So
I don't know. I may be dumb for asking this question, but the movie's called They Cloned Tyrone, but the dude was named Fonte.
His name was Tyrone at the end.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking like, is that leading to another movie?
No, I think that was just them solidifying why his name was Tyrone. Because when the movie, I thought the movie was over. And I literally, I swear to God on my life, I literally said, well, who the fuck is Tyrone?
Yeah, that's what I was.
And then it clicked to this. So it was a perfect ending, but to make a sequel would just kind of ruin it. We don't need to see the real Tyrone and his friends go storm the. We don't need to see that.
That's good.
I like
that's
movies.
fine.
We get into like
It's-
one-off movies.
It's a one and done
Let's
for
get
me.
off.
We don't
Let's
need
get
it.
back to one-off movies.
Do a different movie.
I don't
like
think they
something
need
else.
to. I just it felt like they were going to when they was like, oh yeah, I'll just go with you to these other cities to liberate the other black people.
It didn't
so it's like,
feel
oh
like
shit,
that
they're
to
gonna
me.
probably do another
You
one.
sound just like my mom. My mom is literally waiting on Get Out Part 2. And I keep telling her there is no sequel.
I thought he said he was gonna do a Get Out sequel.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this shit again when I get home. I ain't gonna lie to you.
it's really
I am
good.
too.
It's good.
I'm going to wait a little bit because
I
I
already
want
told
things
my
to be
daddy
fresh
about
again. Yeah.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts on They Cloned Tyrone. Please let us know what you guys think. FPS Podcast is the Reddit thread and our handle for IG and Twitter. We're also on TikTok. FPS Podcast is the handle for TikTok. Make sure you follow that as well. And we'll catch you on the next review. We out. Peace.